right, I think I am live. Welcome to the episode. This is the AI First Show. My name is Stephen Barr. Talk about all things AI, cost optimization, about getting real things done with AI, with coding agents. It's been a kind of quiet day over here at the AI First Seattle studios, aka my home office. So I wanted to try out getting local models to running a local model. So I've got to admit, I use coding agents a lot. I was kind of on the purely Claude Code bandwagon. Over the last couple of weeks, I've used open code quite a bit. And I thought, okay, could it be as good? But I find that I have basically switched all of my work over to open code. So it's been great. It's really a great coding agent. I get a lot done with it using the Ralph technique, using lots of different models. I like that you have lots of access to different models. Let me share something on my screen with you. So anyway, I'm just gonna do this is a live stream. We've got my dog having a nap over there. She's good. I got to get a second camera set up for her. My second camera is at the shop at the moment. It was having an HDMI issue. I think it's cleaned up. I'm going to try and pick that up whenever I can get over to the other side of Seattle to go pick that up. Anyway, check this out. If you're in the stream, please say hello. Making this a very chill stream. Let's put on some music. There we go. Okay. And I've got the license for this music, so YouTube, go easy on me. Let's share a screen. Share screen window. Check this out. This is. Oh, we don't have a background on there. Let's put on a background. There we go. And let's make myself a little bigger. There we go. That work? That did not work. Let's give this a try for right now. Tell me what layout you think is better. Let's give this a try. Okay, so here is, I wonder if I can make this a little bit more balanced. That's not good. Let's try and fix this up a little bit. Move that over here. This over here. Give that a try. That's not bad. Let's give that a try. Okay, you can see my screen. Let's still a little bit overlapping here. That's better. All right. So let's have a look. Move over here. Here is a warp terminal, OC stats. This is going to be interesting. This is showing how much I've spent on coding over the last couple of days. I've been really working hard on some projects. Average cost per day, $119.62. I've spent, let's see. This is $1,600, 1.2 million tokens per session, 402 million input tokens. It's been a lot. Spending a lot on tools. Now, I think there's a lot better way to do this. So right now, most of my costs associated with this is, well, I'll show you an open code. You can go to open code, do models. Okay, I switch between Sonnet, Opus, and Haiku, and also Sonar Pro. I'm a Perplexity subscriber, so when I want the latest open data, I use Perplexity. That's good. Okay, but clearly I'm spending way too much. Try to do my planning with Opus and then switch over to Sonnet for most of the coding. But sometimes, when you're working on a project, especially when you're using like the Ralph method, you want to load up a bunch of tasks and then just have it iterate over and over and over again. It can be I think it'll be useful to that's when you're gonna just kind of be maxing out the model. I want to try self-hosting this. So let me just share my my browser screen. I just wanted to explore some numbers here. So actually, here, let me share this one. This one first. And this is a very chill stream. Please ask any questions. Let's share the screen here. Okay. Here's a bunch of different terminals. I'm working on this little project. And as you can see, I've got 22 tasks, 6 phases, just in this little bit of planning. I've got this big to-do list here. Just doing this little bit of planning costs 17 cents. Now, if I were to do something like, go ahead and implement, it might cost $10, $15 easily, $20. If I switched it over to Opus, it could cost 10x that. It could sit there and spend $200 easily. Now, what I want to try and do is self-host some models. We've had some great models come out. Something like GLM 4.7. There's also Kimi 2.5 that just came out. These are self-hostable open models. Now, you know me, I'm an AWS person. I've got my reInvent hoodie on. But as great as AWS is, I'm much more about how do you empower the developer to use AI effectively. And AWS, it's great because it's reliable, because it's always there. But at AI prices, do you want to pay kind of retail bedrock prices all the time for stuff like this? I don't think so. I don't think that's a great idea. So let's see if we can get a cheaper option. So I've been hearing about this thing called Vast.ai. Let me share my screen here. Stop this screen share. Let me put something else on the board here. Let's do share screen. Okay, check this out. I think this is going to be interesting in terms of prices. This was really surprising to me. And so I wanted to just kind of talk this through and make a plan. Okay, so look at this. These are H200 computers. This H200 is an extremely powerful GPU by NVIDIA. Look at this. We've got 2x H200 machines that are $451 an hour, $431 an hour. Look, if you wanted to rent a machine with 8 H200s, you can get one for $24.51 an hour. That is kind of mind-blowing to me. So just, if you were wondering, let's check this into Perplexity. What would a computer, let's share this tab, here we go. What would a computer cost with 8x NVIDIA H200s? You know what, what I'll do here, I go over to Vast.ai. Let's go over here. We'll take a screenshot. Place this into Perplexity here. Share this tab. Like the first one in the list. Okay. Now I'd probably send 100 questions like this to Perplexity a day. A full 8x H200 box, like in the top listing, on the order of $300,000. I would guess that it's probably more. No, $350,000 range, single. Let's see. I thought I had run this through earlier. Anyway, 8x NVIDIA H200s like that in the list. Okay, so it's an expensive machine. We can rent this for for less than $5 an hour. For $25 an hour. I don't even want to start with that. I've got $5 in my Vast Vast credits here. So I want to do an experiment with what I can run. I'd like something to run Kimi or GLM 4.7. So looking at this, these 2x H200 NVL. Let's have a look at this one. This is in the Czech, in Prague. There's one in Sweden, 431 an hour. Let's restrict this. Let's just browse around here. NVIDIA. Let's turn this into H200 series. Okay, so right now you can get a 2x H200s, 2 H200 NVL. They're all around this 4.5 mark. Let's put this in here. Let's take a screenshot. Go back to Perplexity, and I'll say I want to experiment with running, let's say GLM 4.7. Which one should I rent? Because I don't know much about this ecosystem. I've been using everything cloud and kind of violated my own principles, which is know how to do everything yourself. I always think using the cloud, using cloud abstractions is super important, but knowing how to do it yourself is also really important. Let's see. So I feel like I'm kind of catching up on my knowledge here. So let's just read through this explanation. 2x H200 is plenty. You do not need 8x unless you're chasing max content. We're not doing that. Let's see, at least 400 to 500 gigabyte of system RAM. Okay. Good 200. So it's saying we're good. Okay, so let's just pick the one geographically closest to us. Okay, there's one in Michigan for 450. That looks good. Let's give that a try. Keep our ping times down. Anything that's closer? No. Okay. I've never rented anything on Vast before, so we're just going to try this out together. Let's give this one a shot. Believe I want to run VLLM. Here we go. I want to run VLLM. Let's see. So what do I want to do here? Oh, okay. So this changed my options a little bit. You know what? This one's in a data center. 434 an hour, H200 NVL, container size. Let's add a volume. It seems like we want to have a volume here. Volume size, say, we're gonna have to download the model. 500 gigabytes should be enough. Let's give this a try. Now, maybe what we should do, just to be economical here, we've only got 5 in credits. Well, let's give this a try. I'm going to rent this one here. This one's in a data center. Set Jupiter. Oh, I don't want Jupiter HTTPS Direct. I thought you'd want SSH. You know what? Before, I don't even know if Vast has fractional billing or not. Let's have a look at what we're doing here. Maybe what we should do is rent a 1x H200. So if we make a mistake, we're not going to waste that extra bit just until we figure this out. 4 terabyte volume. Instance created. Wow. Okay. So let's go have a look at the instances page. Where do we find this here? Again, I've never, ever used Vast before, so we are learning together here. I wanted to do this as an experiment. Okay, so I've spent a cent. Oh, where is it? Okay, so here's my Vast page. I didn't realize I wasn't sharing the right screen. I have started an instance. I've spent 1 cent. I cannot find the instance that I've started. Let's have a look. Instances 2. Oh, I don't want to be running 2 instances. Let's stop this one. I do not. Yeah, let's destroy this instance. Destroy. Okay, great. So we are running in this 1x H200 NVL instance. Let's see what we have. Select this instance as the copy source. Let's hit open. See what happens when we open the web UI at this particular port. So this is kind of cool. I don't know what's going to happen here. I've never used this before. Okay, so we have an instance that's currently running LLM API. So what I typically do, I'm just going to take a screenshot here. Let's switch over Perplexity. I've started an instance on a 1x H200. Help me get GLM 47 running. Okay. Now it's going to have to use some kind of quantization to get GLM H200 running. Maybe we'll run GLM. Oh, let's run Flash. Okay. So use either Jupyter Terminal or Instance Portal. Run everything below. So get Hugging Face. Then it wants to use Llama CPP. I think I want to use VLLM. Update these instructions for VLLM. Okay. So I started a VLLM template. Okay, so open the Jupyter terminal from the shell instance, create the environment, install VLLM builds. Okay, let's try this. So launch application. There's nothing mega. Okay, we're okay. What is this? This is API documentation. Okay, so here's where we are. This is what the Vast.ai gives me. Let's see. If we run the VLLM API, interesting. Okay, so this just gives me a bunch of API endpoints. Don't think that's what I want. Let's try opening up the Jupyter terminal. Let's see what this gives me here. Okay, so I've got, oh, that's hard to read. Okay, let me see if Perplexity dark mode is gonna, no, that did not work. Let's see if there is a dark mode. Here we go, theme, Jupyter Lab, dark. Okay, there we go. We can read this now. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. TFHH, HTOP. Okay, wow, I've got 2.1 terabytes of memory. Kind of cool. Let's have a look at what my Perplexity instructions tell me to do. Okay, so it says the first thing I want to do is install VLLM and Hugging Face. So let's go over here, paste these in. Looks like we are starting GLM. Let's see what happens. I don't know what. So the goal of this is that eventually I would like to have an instance running set up with GLM 4.7 Flash, and then once we get the process done, start it with any model on Hugging Face that we want, as long as we have a powerful enough machine, and then I can plug in using something like I should be able to point Open Router to a running VLM instance, or point Open Code to a running VLLM server, and serve my model. So serve that. That should work. So let's just let's see what's happening. So far, it seems to be downloading a bunch of Python stuff. Again, I've never done this before, and I feel like I should have by now. So this is good. Looks like it's downloading a bunch of NVIDIA stuff. That's to use this GPU that we're renting here. And again, wow, this is like $2.20 for the hour. Pretty neat. Latency throughput seems fine. I think this instance ended up being somewhere in Europe. This is in it's in France, I believe. No, Prague. Okay, cool. So while this is running, just let's have a look at the console here. We'll share this tab. This will all be shut down. So anyway, here's the 1X H200 NVL CUDA 13 in this data center, running Vast.ai VLLM. So I wonder if it should have had this in the template. I wonder if this was foolish. Might have been. Let's stop this before it goes any further. Can I send this Control C? Well, let's see what happens anyway. Okay, VLLM. Let's see which VLLM. VLLM dash version. Are we running the one from the template or the one we just installed? VLLM 0.14.1. So if we go and look back at our template over here, we are running VLLM 0.14.1. It seems good. So now the next step is going to be, let's go over to Perplexity here. Okay, VLM is running. It looks like download, pick an NVIDIA unslush friendly flash quant on Hugging Face. For example, the NVF P4 FP8 dynamic variant. Let's see. Let's go over to Hugging Face and have a look at this. Okay, so this is the Hugging Face page for this model. Okay. So I'm not sure what it needs me to do. Repo ID. Okay, so GLM. So it looks like this is kind of like the base model that we were looking at, and now I want to find the quantization of it. So looking over here. Let's see if we could find 4.7 Flash. Here's an unsloth version, the gadfly version. Let's have a look. This is suggesting let's use the unsloth version. I've heard a bit about those. So 4.7 unsloth. There we go. All right. Well, they've got a how to run GLM 4.7 Flash guide. 24 gigabyte. Okay, fine tune with unsloth with VLM. Let's have a look at this. It looks like we want to run this. Let's see. First, install VLLM from Nightly. Okay, and then serve unsloth's dynamic FP8 version of the model. If you have one GPU, use CUDA visible devices equals 0 or remove from. All right, so let's take this. Let's copy this. Let's go back to Perplexity here. And I'm going to paste this in. Here's the guidance on 4.7 Flash. Please give me the right command. Okay, so that's what. Okay, let's see what happens when we do this. Go back to the Jupyter Notebook and let's paste this in. See what happens. I assume we'd have to download this model first. Okay, so what happened here? Non-default args. I'm guessing this means we have to update VLLM, which is the instructions that it gave here. So I'm going to put this error into Perplexity. This is the error. I am guessing I need to update VLLM to Nightly as advised in yeah. Okay, so this is good. Let's upgrade VLLM to be able to use this. Paste this command. Let's go back here. Okay, so now we're upgrading VLLM and some dependent libraries, transformers, accelerate edge transformers. Okay, cool. It's fun learning together. Maybe you all have already done this and it's just me that hasn't. I'm running on a Mac Studio M2 Max. I could probably launch an LLM on the local hardware, but I wanted this on a clean GPU only machine. Didn't have any other use cases. And so for the $2.20 for this experiment seemed worthwhile. How is everyone going today? Oh, it seems quiet so far. I'm starting another YouTube channel, a personal one, called Dad Builds Better. We talk about stuff that isn't, fitness, 3D printing, tech, dad stuff. I think I'm really looking forward to that one. So it's currently exists, but is empty right now, working on building out the initial blast content. And of course, some AI-powered content distribution stuff. Not that the content is AI, content is regular intelligence, or at least regular attempted intelligence. But the distribution can be helped with AI. So give me that a shot. Okay, looks like we are downloading a bunch of prerequisites here. It's amazing how big software stacks are getting. Okay, so while that's running, okay, I'm going to switch over my Perplexity tab and say, when I run the VLM serve command for the first time, will it download the model? Okay, so that is good. It's going to download it. Let's just see how this is doing. Still pulling in all these prerequisites. Everything good? Yeah. Oh, stretch. If you are watching online, please say hello. It's quiet out there. Just checking all of the input sources. Okay, what is going? Attempting uninstall. I think we can fix this. That's what we have to do. Okay. So still dealing with VLM nightly, which we should have done. Okay. So it'll probably churn through some dependency issues for a while. I just pasted that command in here. So it's uninstalling the old VLM and installing the newest nightly VLLM. And then while that's going, I'm going to start up a new tab. And so once I have the VLM server running, can I point open code at it directly? Yes, OpenCode can talk directly to a VLM server as long as you expose VLLM's OpenAI compatible API and point OpenCode at the base URL. So we will have to make sure that we do that. This looks doable. OpenCode can use any OpenAI compatible endpoint by pointing its local provider config at your base URL. So it looks like we just have to set up a local endpoint environment variable. In your OpenCode config, select a model name that matches what VLM exposes, often via served model name. Okay, so we have to go through, get some strings lined up there. That's no problem. Hopefully. This is the kind of stuff where having AI to help you really helps. Because you like, before having access to all this, you kind of go down these rabbit holes of Stack Overflow or whatnot. And having AI to help you parse through all those errors, it can read all the forums for you and kind of synthesize what's needed. That's handy. Okay, so it looks like we are still downloading. I might reshare this event on LinkedIn so you can get some traction. Okay, cool. Rough day in the AWS universe today. So trying to, if any of you are affected by that, reach out. That's really harsh. All the layoffs. Anyway, we try to keep going. Okay, so VLLM seems like this installed properly. Let's switch back into our Perplexity window to see what's the next step here. Okay, so we want to run pip show VLLM transformers. And let's see what happens if we do that. So, okay, so this is what we're running. Okay, I'm going to copy this and I'm going to put this back into Perplexity here just to make sure. I think this is what we are seeing. Uh-oh. Okay, so this is saying we are not on. I thought we have uninstalled VLLM. That's really strange. Okay, we have uninstalled the old VLLM. Let's install VLLM 5 to share this tab. Okay. So we need the latest version of Transformers, apparently. Okay. Now we've got Transformers 5. Now we have to validate that we're running the right thing. Oh, see, that's installing cached VLLM 4.4. I hope this is running the right one. Anyway, so far it's been a little boring, just dealing with dependencies, but that's the slog that you kind of have to get through to kind of deal with all this stuff. And of course, this is why cloud providers make their money, because you don't have to deal with this stuff. But given the amount that is possible to spend on this stuff, it's worth knowing how to do yourself. Plus, just with anything, it's if you're going to have this much exposure to it as a programmer, as a creator, as a builder, you want to see how this stuff works. I think it's always healthy to know that, even if normally you can use a higher level abstraction, you want to know how all this stuff works. Okay. It's really frustrating, though, why it seems to just be spinning its wheels on this. Let's see where we're at. Well, ideally, after this command completes, this should be a nightly build of VLLM. And then, according to Perplexity, we should be able to verify that we've got the Transformers 5.x and VLLM marked as nightly. But I'm slightly worried, based on what I saw up here, that it says using cached VLLM. Let's see, looking at indexes here. Oh, well, see, wheels.vlm.ai.nightly. make sure that this did the right thing. Or just copy this part here. And go back to Perplexity here. Let's share this. Okay, I want to check this out right here. Yep. See, this isn't pip is still chosen the stable wheel. I need to tell it to. Okay. Yeah, this is what I thought. Is it's picking the stable build. I don't want it to do that. Let's see. Can we stop this? Command palette. No, I don't want that. Since this is a Jupyter, I don't know how to send a Control C to it. Okay. It's almost done. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to verify what happened here. So let's see. Yeah, VLLM 14.1. Okay, I need to uninstall. I thought this would be slightly further along by now, but that's okay. That's part of dealing with this stuff. And I have not done this before. Okay, so now we've uninstalled this. I want it to use nightly. So I think this is the command that is going to force it to use the VLM nightly. There we go. Yes, that seems like it is doing the right thing because now it's downloading it from wheels.vllm.ai instead of using the cache version. Looks like we're cooking with gas now, which, great. I'm happy for that. Make sure. I know I checked my phone. There we go. Even when I shouldn't. I'm a dad. I have to. Part of the deal. You get those notifications coming from the school, and it's all good. Still want to check. All right, now we are running VLM version 15.0.rc2dev. I'm going to take this here. I'm going to paste this into my Perplexity tab just to get some validation I've done the right thing. Now, yeah, that's cool. That's exactly what I need. Now we're going to run this VLM, this serve command. VLM serve unsloth glm 4.7 fp8. Let's go back to our Jupyter here and paste that in. Okay, now it should download. Oh, what happened here? It looks like we got further. Let's see. Checkpoint has GLM MOE for light. Transformers do not recognize this architecture. So it looks like our version of. Well, it says, let's try what it's saying. Pip install -- upgrade transformers. Attempting uninstall. Let's try this again. I don't. Looks slightly better. Okay. Oof. Yep. Okay, cool. So this is as far as we've gotten so far. We've got VLLM running 50 minutes into the stream. Okay, let's see. Engine core initialization, see root cause above. Free memory is less than desired GPU memory, decreased GPU memory utilization. Okay, so this is good. It tried to run it and got some kind of fail. So I'm going to paste this in to our perplexity and let the power of that help me debug this. Let's see what's going on. VLM is trying to reserve 95%, but only 12 gigabyte is free when it starts. We need to lower the target. So this is perhaps the downside. I wonder why that is. I wonder if. Just curious. Why did this error happen? Huh. Is it possible that another user is using GPU memory? I don't think so, because this is one of these. This should be GPU. Okay, all right. Let's give this a shot. It gave us a new command to use less of the memory. Let's switch over to the Jupyter Notebook, which is kind of digging into, this Vast.ai guarantee single tenant, making sure there wasn't something in the fine print that I misread. So basically, it was trying to reserve too much memory on the GPU. Now it's trying to reserve less. We ratcheted down this GPU memory utilization. Looks like we still got an error about this free memory. Let's see how we did. Free memory on startup is less. Let's copy this over. Let's see. Here is the error. Okay. Check what's using the GPU. Use NVIDIA SMI or reboot the instance. NVIDIA-SMI. On. This seems like it's an issue, which is strange, right? It's like saying nothing's using the GPU, and yet a lot of the memory is full. I'm going to paste this screenshot back into Perplexity. It gave me a very conservative command to launch the model, like with almost no memory, and then ratchet it up. Okay. No other processes. Any attempt. Okay. Fastest fix, reboot the Vast instance from the control panel so the GPU context is reset. All right, let's give that a try. Let's go over here. Here's the control panel. Everyone see this here? Okay. Let's see. I can go to the console. Here we go. Share this tab. And I have no idea what I'm doing here. Reboot instance. Are you sure you want to reboot instance? Yes. Let's go back to Jupyter here. We should see some kind of notification. Or just stop responding. Let's have a look at the console. Console says it's rebooting. Okay. They're kind of cool. Let's see. So far, we burned through $2 of credit with access to this 1X H200 NVL machine over in CZ. So, okay. Reboot looks like Let's see if we can get to the instance portal. Share here. Can we get to Jupyter again? Not yet. Still waiting on that reboot. I need to reshare the screen here. Share screen. Here's the instance portal. I think we can get back into Jupyter now. And when rebooting, it changed the kind of pseudo URL. That's okay. So we should be able to run NVIDIA-SMI. This is commit. Okay, so that is very strange because it looks like we're getting the same kind of GPU memory issue, even though we just rebooted it. But it looks like a big chunk of the memory is already utilized. So I'm going to ask Perplexity what's going on here. And I just rebooted the instance showing the screenshot. And this is going to be weird now because we've got this like GPU memory that's all okay. So it's giving us this very conservative settings. But I'm going to say, did you check the screenshot? It looks like a lot of RAM is allocated. Okay, it's time to run NVIDIA SMI again. NVIDIA SMI. Yeah, that is still showing that the RAM is very highly allocated. So pasting the screenshot in as a follow-up. Okay, analyzing bad/contaminated node. Boo. All right. Well, we're learning. We are learning. Okay. I'm going to stop this instance. Okay, so might be getting what I pay for. Might be bad luck. Let's find out. Let's just stop this instance. Continue. Okay. Stop the instance. Let's destroy the instance. There's nothing on there that we need. Now let's go over here to figure out how to find a new one. Okay. I might have to update. I'm gonna have to put a few more dollars in there. But let's see what we can do first before we throw any more money at this project. We are looking for the H200 series, 1X H200. Let's find it in one of their secure data centers. Let's try this one in France. Different one than we were using before. Let's hit rent. Instance created. Okay. Let's give this a shot. We need to go find out where it was. Instances. Share this tab. Here we go. Okay, so we've created a new instance over in France in one of their secure clusters, verified data centers. So hopefully we won't get a contaminated GPU this time. And we can see, so we're gonna have to go through that same process, I think, of uninstalling VLLM and installing a later one. That's all right. I'm up for it. You up for it? Let's see if we can do this in 45 minutes. I bet we can. I bet we can. If we can get a token coming out of this thing before I run out of money on my Vast.ai credit, we can get one token served into open code. I'll be happy because that's the cool. What I really, really like about tech is that you can get something tiny working, and what your brain goes to is like, what if this was 10,000 times better or a million times better? What if this was a millionth of the cost? There's very few other fields where you can still think in those orders of magnitude, right? Like if you have a car, you don't think like, what could I do if I had 1,000 cars or 100,000 cars? Like maybe you get two. If you really need a second car, that could be handy. You're not going to get 1,000. If you make one meal, you have to say, well, I guess you could start a restaurant if you thought, okay, this is a really good meal. I want to make this all the time. I want to make this 10,000 times. And maybe I'm just not making any sense. Maybe I am. I don't know. Let me know. Is this resonating? Let's reboot our Vast.ai instances page and also grab some water. Stainless steel, no microplastics. Okay. Nutmeg, you okay? I'm gonna get a nutmeg camera. Okay, instance is loading. Can take anywhere from minutes to hours. I think it's just kind of imaging itself, must be. I'm noticing that on my StreamYard, I'm not getting good comments from the LinkedIn Live. Okay, image still loading. What models are you guys using? Or what models are you all using? It's just a night mode. We got it. Okay, much better. Much better. What models are you all using? Using Claude for everything. Sonnet, GLM 4.7. Kimi code looks pretty cool. That just came out today. I think there was some Hacker News stuff on there. Let's look it up. Kimi code. This is Kimi. I would say, tell me about Kimi 2.5 thinking, which is I don't have a Kimi account. Moonshot AI's new open trillion parameter multimodal strongly agentic MOE 32 billion. So ideally, if this is as good as all this says, you want to run this. If we could run this for like $25 an hour and just smash a bunch of PRDs against this, that would be good because it's really easy to run up a pretty big bill really quickly, especially if you're paying like bedrock rates. Bedrock rates on Opus, that's a lot. But then again, we haven't gotten this to work yet. It's been a little bit of time. This one's taking some imaging time. Wonder why that is. What are we seeing here? Recreate the instance. What is all this stuff? Add, remove SSH keys. Oh, good. Well, look, I'm glad these are. That's my SSH key. I don't think that's going to help you anyway, but I've got an SSH key there. My SSH key, proxy SSH. I'm going to switch to another tab here. You guys can look at that while I look at the SSH key. I'm going to delete that SSH key because it's not going to help anything. Anyway, that was my public key, so no big deal. Unless you guys want to like send me encrypted messages on that key. Wow, this is frustrating. This image is still. Why is this taking so long? Oh, okay. Well, it's setting up libpython. This has been. I'm surprised at how long this has taken. And did we do something wrong? Oh, no volumes. Did we mess that up? Let me stop this because we need a volume. Okay, let's try this again. Add volume. I think these are pre-made volumes. These are ones that I made when I was doing the other experiment. Let's try this one. Let's make it larger so that way I can. I guess the volumes must be unique to the data center that they are in. Let's try this one. Okay. Instances. Okay. I see. Now I have 2 of them. Okay, great. Oh, that's when we stopped. This is the one that's creating. I see. So these are like EBS volumes. I see. So these are my. I think I don't. I see. Okay, so you can kind of have like semi-permanent storage that survives reboots and restarts. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get rid of these. I don't. Volume information. $167 a month. I don't want to have that sticking around. Let's see if we can zoom out a bit. 3 volumes available. There we go. Delete volume. And let's delete this volume. And now go back to instances. There we go. Okay, this instance. Let's get rid of this. Okay, so now we've got this instance here. Let's zoom in on this. CPU here, GPU 0%. We're running this. Let's hit open. And now what does it bring us to? It brings us to this kind of router page where we've got some selection. Let's go to the Jupyter terminal here. Now let's make this Jupyter Dark. NVIDIA-SMI. This should show us. Okay, so this is much more sane. Okay, this is good. Okay, so I'm going to copy this. This is good. Copy. I'm going to go over to the here, our old complexity tab. started a new one. This looks better. Let's reinstall my. I find this, like I didn't need to use AI for this. But look, 16 gig in use by running LLM engine, rest is free. To reinstall the LLM nightly cleanly. Okay, so let's just look over the commands. We're going to go to the workspace folder. We're going to install. I would say, should we uninstall current VLM first? Okay, so let's give this a shot. I just want to do this cleanly. Let's paste this in here. Getting rid of VLM. And now we have, I see, I should have done that command then. Oh, Nutmeg, what have you seen? Come here, Nutmeg. Great. That? All right. That's enough. That's enough. That's better. Okay. All right. Let's see where we're at. BLM. BLM - version. Should be on version 15. Yeah. Okay, great. So let's go to our next step. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now we're going to run this new command here, which is the same thing, VLLM serve unsloth GLM 4.7. Share this tab here. Okay, paste this in. Copy it. Grab the other tab. Got it. Okay. Yep, so now we have to do pip install -- upgrade transformers. This must be to run, so different architectures of models. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, this is looking good. We're downloading stuff. Also looks like I need to register with Hugging Face, which makes sense. They're moving around lots of data. Okay. Engine core initialization failed. Decreased GPU memory utilization. Okay, so this is... let's figure out what's going on here. Now we know we have memory, GPU memory. Why is this the case? NVIDIA-SMI. See, now it's all allocated. Oh, I wonder. Okay. I think we somehow reserved the memory from when VLLM failed. Yeah. Okay. So that's probably why we messed up last time. Okay. So let's check out the node. So it's like we've started PSAUX grep VLM. Do we have it running? Yeah, there it is. So let's just kill these. Kill 636. Kill 651. Oh, look at that. We're serving Llama 8B. Kill 1, 2. There we go. Now doing NVIDIA. The other one. NVIDIA SMI. Yep, there we go. 0 megabytes. There we go. There we go. All right, now let's try running that command that we did earlier. Boom. GPU totally free. I'm feeling closer with this one. Okay. Engine core initialization failed. Oof. Okay, well, this is a new error. This is good. Hey, Nutmeg, come on. Come on. I'm just going to copy this. This is good. New errors are good. We are making progress. I'm pasting this in. I want to say that it's my vast hard won experience here that's helping, but no, it's like a little bit of tenacity and like some copying pasting into perplexity and a nice dog to keep me company. We're gonna make this happen. Okay, so let's try. MLA attention backend is using Flash Infer. Sure, it was one, but I have this old one. Oh, let's see. Pin both 5.3. Let's try doing this env activation like it suggests here. Share this tab. Let's try this. Okay. Versions are, could not find a version for Flash Infer 0.6.1. Okay, that I think it's going to tell us to use our backup plan. Hey, give me a minute. All right, stream. I'm going to take a quick break to take this dog out to go to the bathroom. Okay. What is going on here? All right. Hey, sit down. Calm down. Give me a minute. Calm. Gee, hell yeah. Okay. I'm going to set a be right back message. Is it working? Oh gosh. They fixed that. Dog needs a quick break. There we go. Okay. But hey, look, oh, it's working. Okay, well, maybe this is the perfect time. It looks like we've got a. It looks like VLM is being served. Happy about that. That looks good. New. Okay. Huh. All right. Hmm. All right. Well, tell you what, I'm going to take Nutmeg to take care of herself. And then we come back. Let's see if we can get a token out of this. I'm going to put on this timer, or this banner. Oh, see, I think I can make this banner just stay there for indefinitely. Okay, I'll be right back. Give me a second. Sit. Good. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Okay, let's see. Okay, so look at this. We've got VLLM API server on 0000. We've got all these routes. Supported task generate. This looks really good. Okay, I'm gonna take a screenshot. Okay, so I'm gonna put the screenshot here into, let's see. So from the log, we're listening on port 8000 with OpenAI style routes. This is good. So it wants to see if port 8000. Okay, so we are running on kind of generates this URL over here. Can you see the URL? No. Okay, it generates the URL. This is a lift. It's kind of a made up URL. Let me see if I can share the whole window. It'll be easier. Share screen, window, and this one. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be easier. Okay, so it creates this URL, this Olympus, Nirvana, Carrier, Carolina. Okay. Now, what I'm being advised to do is saying, okay, let's see if we can see that URL port 8000. 8000 slash v1 slash models slash v1 models. Let's see. Okay, so we're probably gonna have to open up the port. So let's figure out how to do that. Tunnels, open new ports. Oh, interesting. It comes up with like a different URL for each port. Okay, that's kind of cool. Okay, so zooming in on that. Localhost 8000 is routed to college's psychology camepoint.tricloudflare.com. So we should be able to just go to this tab here, and instead of this port 8000 on the other thing, that was just an assumption on my part. Let's go to here, slash v1 slash models, and password. Huh. I don't know the password. Admin. Huh. Okay. So let's see. I'm gonna have to ask. Let's see. It's prompting me for a password. Remember setting one. Does VLM have a? Let's see if we get any logs here. Let's see. Trying to go to the v1 models endpoint browser. Oh, okay. Well, so what we can do is we can check localhost. We can go new console. New terminal is what we want. New terminal. Okay, so we have curl localhost 8000 slash v1 models. Okay, so that's actually pretty cool. So it's saying we can see this on the local host. But when we go here, it's asking for a username and password here. I wonder if there's something under managed here. Doesn't look like it. Let's see anything about authentication. Oh, we are close. We are close. Let's see. let's see what happens if we control this host that it gave us here. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna share. All right, let's check Perplexity's. Let's see. Let's see. I can get it to run locally. Vast has set up a tunnel from localhost 1000 to that. No. Go to your cloud. Let's see. This is running. Okay, so let's. I don't want to run. Let's see. This is what I want to do. Option 2. Configure your Cloudflare D tunnels, but only forward support does not enable. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to check their quick start. Connecting to instances. Instance portal. Secure Cloudflare tunnel created. Oh, I refreshed it. Oh, okay. Localhost 8000 is that /v1/malts. Okay. So localhost models /v1/malts. No server IP address to be found. Let's see. Okay. I'm surprised that this instance tunnel didn't So trying out the support chat. Might try refreshing the tunnel one more time. That might generate the new URL. Okay. Okay, so just to verify, if I go to port 8000, the endpoint works. I'll take a screenshot of that for support. This is good. Getting there. Hey, Austin, great to see you in the chat. Austin is the founder of Shinzo Labs. We're chatting in the LinkedIn chat. Thank you for being here. Trying to figure this out. Yeah, it has been tricky. Try rebooting the instance. All right. Interesting. For a more stable connection, we recommend using named tunnels, as the free Cloudflare tunnels are subject to Cloudflare availability. Okay. And that's true that the first time I ran it, it gave me a user and password box. I wasn't sure what to do. I regenerated the tunnel. Now I'm getting DNS error. So we'll see. Am I going to get this to work before my $5 runs out? This is counting down. All right, we're trying this. And ideally, once this is done, get the process right, switch it over to an 8x H200 box, point all of my PRDs at this thing, let it run for an hour, and that might be a lot cheaper than paying the metered Bedrock rates. But of course, I'm eating into those savings right now, learning this process. Okay. Okay. So let's see if I go now that I've rebooted. I think that the actual everything regenerates for Cloudflare. So if I hit open, it's going to be a different host name. So that's the IP address. There's the new $5 limit adds a nice thrill to it. Thank you. All right, we're going to give this a shot. All right, so now we are launching. I wonder if there's some advanced connections. What is it? Interesting. I wonder. I'm going to try this. If this is going to be more stable than using Cloudflare. So if I do curl, would that work? One more. So I wonder if that mapping works. Let me see if I can curl that. It's off the screen right now. Well, I'm not running VLLM since I rebooted. So we have to jump into that. Let's open the instance here. Let's go into Jupyter Terminal. Okay. Okay, so now I've got Jupyter Terminal set up. Let's find that command to run it. Let's see. Okay, so here's my command. I'm going to put this back into Jupyter Terminal. That one is the old one. That was the old one. Here. Okay. Okay, so now VLLM is running. That looks okay. Oh, let me share the right screen here. Yeah, okay, that's good. So it looks like the VLLM server is doing something. Hey, okay, this is kind of cool. Um, okay, so I'm gonna share this on this other screen, and I think we actually might be cooking with gas here. Let me share this. So I found in the Vast messages here that it also gives me an IP address and then maps a different port to port 8000. So if I run here, let's pipe this through JQ. What's the syntax? Oh, it's yeah, there we go. Okay, so check that out. So now I have got an IP address that seems to be okay. This is good. I've got an IP address where I'm running Unsloth GLM 4.7 Flash. Okay, I think I've probably got like $1 left of time. So, but this looks good. I think we're close. Let's put my browser back on the screen, and I think we're okay. Let's put this whole window here. Okay. Yep. So look at this. It got a couple of the requests right there for models. I can send another one here in the other window. Yep, there it is. Okay, so it is getting a request for listing the models out. So now I want to go back to Perplexity itself. We've gotten through here. Okay. So I want to say, okay. So now what it says in my opencode.json or provider UI, create something equivalent to this. Okay. So let's give this a shot. Okay. This is interesting. It's suggesting me, oh, you can't see this screen. You can. My LinkedIn feed is a tiny bit behind. Okay. So what this is saying is I can send a test request over here. Oh, interesting. Check this out. So I'm going to share this. I gotta find a better way to switch between the web screen and my terminal. I think I know what to do. We'll deal with this later. Okay. Share screen, window. Here's my terminal. I want to move my ugly plug out of the way here. Let's see. There we go. Even. No, that's too much of me. There we go. Okay. Check this out. Zoom in. This is an actual chat completion. Let's JQ so you can see it. Let's see. So I am. Okay, so it has done. I've sent an actual message. The user is requesting me to say hello. It's using reasoning. This is actually kind of working. So, oh, and then so Perplexity is, yeah, I think I will do a more static way. Okay, also, I want to put your comment on the screen, but it's for some reason I've lost the link between StreamYard and LinkedIn, which I don't know why. So I'm just gonna copy paste. Actually, I'm just gonna screen share it. I'm gonna copy paste it into the banner here. Let's see. I need to relink StreamYard comments. This is what you said, Austin, that I really appreciate. Yeah, ideally, we want agents to just run. I've been using Ralph quite a bit, and so if I know, I said, okay, if I have an overnight Ralph job, That's my whole point of doing this. I don't want to pay the metered rate. I want to pay like a fixed cost per hour, and then just hit that machine as hard as I can. Um, let's see. I'm gonna try and ask it something like what I've asked AI. What is a Python way to save a JSON file with nice indentation? Bad host. Oh, did it really censor that out? Let's see. 149.7.4.142. Let's see. Interesting. So I've got a response from the model. Let's see if OpenCode can actually leverage this. But yeah, we've got a response from the model. Okay. So where are we? Okay. So Perplexity, let me share my Perplexity screen again. And if you're watching this, you should be able to. Well, if you're quick and take a screenshot, you can use this. I've got $1 left. Okay, let me share my screen here. I think what I'm going to do next time is just have a development laptop that I use that keeps everything isolated, and just put the screen of that laptop or even a virtual OS into that. Okay, so here's my Vast.ai console. Got $1.01 left. But the cool thing is on Jupyter Notebook here, like you can see, this is Vast. You can see the requests being served on the completions endpoint, 1.8 tokens a second. Let's give it something more complicated. So now the question is, how do we get OpenCode to talk to this? I was working with Perplexity to help me figure that out. Okay, opencode.json or provider UI create something equivalent to this. Okay. So it's saying providers, Vast LLM, type OpenAI, base URL, pass in a dummy key. Okay, let's see if I can do that in my opencode.json. So hold on 1 second while I do the modification of my opencode.json. Okay, so I'm going to share. Yeah, that'll be what I'll do next time. So it's not so much back and forth. I'm doing some modification to my OpenCode JSON behind the scenes here to add in the providers, to add in Vast, the Vast that we just set up as a provider, using GLM 47/Vast. So, okay, I've saved OpenCode JSON. Let's see if we can. I'm going to just switch to my terminal from this point out. I wonder if I could just share the whole darn screen. That would be so much easier. You know what? I'm just going to do that. All right. Here, stop screen. I'm going to share the entire screen. That way I don't have to turn things on and off. Entire screen, share this one. Okay. We are cooking with gas here. I've just modified my opencode.json. So you see I've added the two, the providers bit and the models bit. Now if I go over here into, if I set up OC, that's my alias for OpenCode. Let's see, unrecognized keys, providers, and models. Huh, okay. Well, I didn't read the manual. Let's go over here. Go to opencode.ai. I'm going to actually read the docs. with our human brains. This is crazy. So config open code.json. You can configure the providers and models that you want. Schema, provider. I see. So it wants a provider key. Let's see. I'm going to change this to it. And a model. Configure the providers and models. The provider, model, and small config section. Okay, let's see if this worked. If unrecognized key. Okay, let's try this. Config open code. Code.json. Now it's going to load with default config. Read in at open.json1. Yes. No, that's not what I want. Vast. Okay. Unvalid recognized key type. Unrecognized key type. Provider type. Okay, so let's just read the documentation here. Provider specific options. Learn more about providers. It looks like I can just do provider instead of type. I can just click provider OpenAI. Maybe I can just use /connect. Okay. So what I want to do, maybe what I can do is I can just get rid of let's just get rid of this type bit here. Actually, why don't we just get rid of them both and see if we can use /connect. Okay, so let's do /connect provider. Other. OpenAI compatible. So that's not really, that's OpenAI. Let's see. Huh, well, everything's running LLM. Let's see if Warp's proposed fix fixes it. No. We're close. Okay, provider. Provider OpenAI. Custom provider. This is what we want. Custom provider. Select provider other. Enter unique ID. Okay, that's what it's going to. This is what it wants. Let's see if I can do this by hand. If not, we're going to get an LLM to do this. Well, let's just try the connect command. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so let's do this. Open code. All right, let's. Seems like I have. .config. .config. Open code. Way too many hands in this file. Get rid of all that stuff. Okay, now let's try doing OC. Let's do connect, and we're gonna go to other. Select provider, other. I can't believe it. All this work. We get stuck by this. Oh. Okay. Let's just try and match the type here. So we want a key called provider. And then we can just call this name VLM Vast. And then options. Let's just take this base URL. We needed it. Let's see. And then it says that we need a model. Oh, I see. Provider. I see. So no, it wants this. It wants a LLM on Vast, a key, and then that. And that ends provider, and then models. And colon. How do we link? I see. Model provider. I see. So the models is in the provider. Models. I think what I want to do. Just make this easy here. I'm making. I'm going to cheat. Provider VLM on Vast. Okay, I think that's what we want. Let's give this a try. Huh. Now if I go to models, unsloth, 4.7. I don't see my model here. GLM dash. There it is. VLM on a vest. GLM for flask. Oh wow. Okay. Tell me. Let's just do it. How do I make a Fibonacci sequence in Haskell? The model GLM 47 flash fast does not exist. Okay. Why doesn't it? Oh, because this actually has to match what we're hosting. Yeah, okay, so if we go to let's go to this endpoint here. Models. The model name is actually this. So I think this is what we want to call it. Okay. We're almost there. So models, flash, GLM 4.7 flash. Okay, let's see. This models mesh. Okay, we should see at least a request over here. Okay, good. So we are getting something. Huh. Okay. Input tokens. Your request has that many input tokens. Model's maximum content length is 32,000. That seems okay. Try something simpler. What's going on here? The model's maximum content length. Let's see. Error in processing prompts. Max tokens. Okay, we're getting close. Bad requests. Okay, so we're talking to the model. It just doesn't want to answer us yet. Um, let's see. Going to ask Perplexity for help. Let's see how we're doing on budget here. 24 cents. Okay. I wonder what's going to happen if it's just going to get shut off. You just need to cap max tokens well below the model's 32,000 context. Oh, so it says I can just go to settings, max tokens 2048. Let's try that. Name. Let's see. Okay. Okay, models. That's not the right syntax. Configure models. There are max tokens in here. Oh, there's options. Let's see. I wonder if it's called options instead of settings. Okay. Got something. Let's see. What is this saying over here? It's generating 1,400 tokens a second. I said hello, and it said thinking, and a lot of exclamation points. Are you okay? Huh. That's weird. Okay, so it's clearly talking to the model. Huh. I wonder if there's like a way to disable thinking mode. Okay, so I'm not calling this a fail. I think that we have got something happening here. It's obviously not quite right. Let's see. Let's see if we can do anything else here before I run out of money here. Checking the budget counter here. 8 cents. Oh, interesting. I was just drop a screenshot here. I guess it really makes you appreciate what these model providers are giving you, and they're kind of taking this. Let's see, log. What is this called? Settings max tokens 24 request overrides. Interesting. So Perplexity is suggesting. Okay, here is. I don't think we're having an issue with the API key. Max tokens 2048 models. I mean, it's clearly talking to it, so I don't think I need this. Keep VLLM running exactly how you have it. Restart open code. I don't think this is going to change anything because this is. Provider. I'll give it a shot. Why not? Okay, so let's get out of open code. Oh, it didn't hurt it, but I don't think this is what I want exactly. If you still see the 32,000, we can script. Let's see. Let's see what we see in the VLLM logs. Oh, minus 5 cents. All right, I'm gonna see how. I'm gonna have to top up here. Let's check the logs. Oh, I think it shut my instance down. I think that was the last request. Okay, I think we're so close. I'm going to add a few more dollars. Let me just take this off the screen so that I don't expose any payment details, which would be unfortunate. All right, I'm going to. There we go. I am going to add another $5 of credit. I should have done that before the instance shut off. But that's okay. I can start the instance. Okay. All right, we are back in the positive with Vast. Thank you. Okay, model might not be very good. I mean, this is the unsloth. Maybe I don't know. Um, maybe I've never run VLLM before, so I'm gonna give this a shot. It's totally possible. Very, very possible. Let's get back to let's see. Let me close some of these tabs here. Okay, so if I hit open, that's going to give me a new IP address probably. Let's see. Nope, we're on the same IP address. So that's lucky. Go to Jupyter Terminal. Oh yeah, and hello to you too. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you joining along. Is this try and figure this out together? Let's see. Do I have a history here? No. So let me find the command. Okay, so now this is giving me I don't think that's the command that we were using before. Okay, so restarting VLLM serve. What's going on there? Flash infer. Okay, it looks like our VLLM server is almost back and running. Model loading took 30 gigabytes of memory and 10 seconds. So we're running on H200. We should be able to. Anyway, let's see what happens. Okay, so just a little sanity check. The server is running. It returned us this object. Okay, so I got way too many terminals running. I forgot where it was. Okay. Hello? Okay, so we're getting this set of exclamation points. What are we seeing here? Hmm. Okay, so I'm going to paste this in. Let's see. Turn off thinking agentic mode for this build. The build agent is okay. Add an explicit agent.build section. Okay. Huh. Okay, so what this is saying is that it's trying to basically use a feature that this GLM can't. It's trying to use a feature that this doesn't support. So I want to shut off. I mean, I do want it to be able to use Bash and web search and web fetch eventually. But let's see, this forces build to just send a single chat completion call with no longer inner monologue or tool loops. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess we want to get this working first. Let's just see. It is suggesting. I'll start up a new warp window for not. Just get rid of this one. Let's just get rid of that one for now. Okay. Okay, so we asked it. Let's ask it to do that again, but let's run it through JQ so we can see it. So what this is saying, so it's using reasoning. Maybe this is what this is talking about is it's trying to kind of push this model in a direction that it doesn't want to go. Introducing the reasoning tools. Now, I'm sure I'm not thinking about this right. Okay, well, it is offering to. Let me add this agent stanza in here. And maybe that'll be it. Okay. Let's try it again. Hello. Not quite. Is it the agent that I'm using? Plan, build, plan. Okay, cool. Let's try using the planning agent. Hello? Let's see. Keep your latest single GPU command stay at the realistic context length so validation passes cleanly. we can do that as well. I think we had a really conservative. We do NVIDIA, SMI. Okay, yeah, we've got a lot of memory to play with. So let's try this. GPU memory utilization is getting up to 90%. Oh, same thing with Flash for Flash. I'm out of time in 10 more minutes, but I want to do a part 2 of this later. I think close. Not exactly sure what's going on, but that's okay. This is how you learn stuff. And I think paying this price is going to be well worth it. Available KV cache memory, 88 gigabytes. It seems like that's interesting. Okay. Application startup complete. Okay, so then this is okay, so we're still getting this big giant thinking issue. Let's running that curl command. I'm going to put this into Perplexity as well because this is. Let's copy the output. Turn off reasoning in LLM for this endpoint. Wouldn't I want reasoning? Oh, okay. Okay, so let's run VLLM without reasoning parser. Huh, that's weird because this page that this page here on the unsloth.ai blog seems to suggest that we should run it this way. I'm going to ask Perplexity to read this and then synthesize that. Okay. Let open code handle a reasoning tool with its own agent layer. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do, we are going to try to stop. Okay. We're going to stop this command. And then I also want to disable flash for version check. So we're going to turn off the tool call parser and the reasoning parser. And let's see what happens. Enable auto tool choice. Okay, so I want to get rid of that too. This is a terminal. Just copy this to Emacs. Okay, so now we have disabled everything related to tool calling and reasoning. And so it's not that it can't do that, but maybe open code can ask it to do it in a different way. So while it's running, let's check this control command. Well, it's not there yet because the server's not up. That seemed like a better response. Okay, so let's try this in open code now. Hello. Auto tool choice requires enable auto tool choice. Okay, so it seems like we have a mismatch between the parameters. That's interesting. Add a minimal build agent. I've done that. It seems like I'm going in circles though. Uh, it seems like I have this. This is exactly what we have. In the bottom bar. Huh. Okay. I think that's exactly. Let's try it. Here. All right. So now we're going to try open code with a slightly different configuration. Hello. Same thing. Okay. So auto tool choice requires enable tool parser. Interesting. Fully say hi in that sentence. Okay, so we're getting that error message. Let's see what we get on Jupyter Notebook. We're getting bad requests. I might ask. Well, ironically, I might ask Cloud Opus to see what. See, that's going to run fine. Oh, interesting. See that it's still like it's still reasoning. Fascinating. All right, I'm gonna send it back at this response. I can rein it in from open code. Okay, let's try that. So it's giving me this replacement provider block. Try that again. Say hello. Not quite. Okay. This is still a tool issue. Nope. Auto tool choice. This is the agent issue. Still seems like open code. All right, one more restart of VLLM, and then that is it for today. If you are still here, thank you for sticking with me. I think this was. I have learned a lot here. Let's see. All right, so this is now we're restarting it back with the reasoning, tool calling, and auto tool choice. Thank you for sticking with me. This has been interesting. Oh, thanks for sticking around, Allison. I really appreciate it's good. Yeah, no, I think it's been fun just to try and hack through this. I think the important thing here is this stuff is complex, and the model providers are, it's not just handing this piece of raw intelligence to open code. There's a bit of stuff going around behind the scenes, but this is how this stuff actually works. So figure it out. More power to you. I want to figure this out because I want to be able to bid on cheap GPU capacity when I can, and just let it run. So, all right, I've got one more shot at VLM running. Let's see. Oh, it hasn't started yet. Unauthorized. All right. Hmm. All right, I'm going to log off for now. Thank you for joining. This was a fun diversion. We'll figure this out together on the next one. All right, take care, everyone.